Are the humans closed? Alright, so throughout the digital circus so far, we've been led to believe that the humans trapped in the circus are actual people. But what if they aren't? What if the people trapped in the circus are actually just copies of real people who put on the headset? Generally, this would make a lot more sense. For example, it would let us know what happened to the human's body. With that being said, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe for more. Anyway, will Kinger be the next abstraction? Alright, so in the digital circus episode 7, we learn that Kane is the one causing abstraction. Because of this, I now believe that King will be the next abstraction, and here's why. Alright, so to start, since King was a software engineer for the digital circus, he likely has the knowledge and permissions to help figure out how to escape. This is likely why Kane makes Kinger forgets. Also, in the bottom right corner of Abel's plans, we see a list of names all crossed off except for Kinger. These are likely the names of the others who were attracted, possibly implying Kinger is next. Subscribe for more. Anyway, what happened to fundamental education? If you were on the internet like at all last year, you'd probably have heard of this animation. But if you look it up today, you would find the original post in their channel has been deleted. So why is this? Well, let me explain. You see, FPE had a huge issue with content farms. Because of this, some people started taking issue with the original creator as a whole, sending them death threats and tons of hate. Keep in mind, at this point, Katie was just 15. Katie ended up deleting everything, but honestly, I don't blame them. I could never deal with that insane amount of hate either. From what I understand, they didn't even want it to be popular. It's really unfortunate. Anyway, this song is taking over the main Digital Circus fandom, and it's honestly kind of fun. This is the Jack song. It's a Digital Circus fan song listed 2 weeks ago now, and keeps from Oh, so I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot escape this song. Like seriously, it feels like half the Digital Circus fan content I see nowadays relates to this in some way. I don't know what brought someone to make this, but I will admit it's kind of fun. Thomas is thrilled to go though. Anyway, Kinger is not crazy. Oh, it's at the end of episode 7, while Kane is talking about him messing with their minds, but he Kinger say this.
Scratch the first abstraction.
Now what does this have to do with Kinger not being crazy? Well, let's talk about that. Oh, it's my theory that Kinger hasn't actually lost his mind, instead Kane has been manipulating it so he forgets key information. This would make sense because we all know Kinger was a software developer and he might know how to escape. With that being said, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, did you notice this in the Digital Circus episode 7 trailer? Oh, it's from the trailer though, a couple sections that don't make any sense, let's know from the past. For instance, at 12 seconds in, we see a shot of the hollow which is missing some character icons on the door. Also, we've never heard the voice at the end of the trailer before, so unless someone new enters, that has to be from a while ago. Subscribe and tell me which 100k. Anyway, how to leave the amazing Digital Circus. Alright, so in the new episode 7 trailer, we hear a voice saying I think I found a way to leave. So what do they mean by this? Well, this is what I think. Alright, so in the show where we do hear a lot about abstraction, we actually don't know much about what it really is. However, in computer terminology, abstraction just means simplification. My personal theory is that when someone abstracts, they actually just leave the circus, causing their character to be simplified, basically removing the person from it. Subscribe and tell me which 100k. Anyway, what happened to Ramshack? Alright, so if you're unaware, Ramshack was an incredibly popular animated pilot that released well over a year ago now. However, nowadays, I barely see anything about it. So what happened? Well, let's talk about it. Alright, so from my understanding, Ramshack was still being actively worked on, albeit with very little online presence. I'm honestly super excited for a second episode. It's genuine peak. Anyway, this animated pilot is finally here, and honestly, I am super excited. This is Toon Trips, an animated series that was announced just over 2 years ago now, and please, smart for Alright, so to start, the animation is genuine peak. There's no other way to put it. I especially like the fact that it's 2D and 3D. It's honestly super unique. The storyline so far is also really good. It's both super well written and super emotional. Overall, S tier power. Anyway, Hasbro Hotel Season 2 is literally everywhere, and I can't escape. Alright, so if you're where I used to be really into Hasbro Hotel. Eventually, though, I did move on and stop watching the show altogether. The only problem is Season 2 released, and it seems like the whole universe is telling me to watch it. Like, genuinely, a bunch of my friends have said that I keep getting recommend stuff about it, and I still keep shoving it in my face. I can't tell if this is a sign. Can I watch it? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, this song is way too good, and it's not even fun. This is the show that I've read. It's a Digital Circus fan song which is over a year ago now, and please, smart. Oh, so this song has been stuck in my head for a while now, but I only just remembered its name. Honestly, I'd say this is probably top 5 Digital Circus fan song. It's really catchy, really fun to listen to, and overall just peak. Overall S tier. Anyway, what's the blue blood in Knights of Guinevere? Alright, so in the pilot episode, we see a lot of blood. However, not all of the blood is the same, so what's with that? Well, let's talk about that. Okay, so when I was first looking into this on stream yesterday, I had some people telling me that the blue blood is just oil. But to me personally, that explanation makes no sense, and here's why. To start, while most of the scenes having blue blood are of Guinevere, they are not actually the only character in the series which bleeds blue. For instance, in this scene, this guy coughs up blue blood, and that's not all. In the scene where Sparky and Andy make a handshake, Andy bleeds blue after being pricked. So what do I think the blue blood represents? Well, I genuinely have no idea. If anyone can figure out something, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, the Knights of Guinevere palette is finally out, so here are my honest opinions. Alright, so let's start off with the animation. Honestly, I wasn't sure if this would be able to pull off 2D animation, but as you could imagine, that fear is gone. The animation was peak. Next of all, the storyline. While we don't know a lot about the plot yet, what has been shown and set up so far is awesome, and I'm super excited to see what comes next. Like, legitimately, I was begging the video not to end where it did because the story was just that good. Overall, it was an amazing pilot, and I'm super excited for the next episode. Anyway, what was the first animated series on YouTube? Alright, so let's go back to March of 2006. At this point, YouTube was only around a year old, and a web series started on Newgrounds was about to create their official YouTube page. This is Eddsworld, the animated series that began all the way back in 2003, and from what I understand, it's the first animated series on YouTube. This series is so old that it predates YouTube by 2 years. Anyway, this animated pilot looks awesome, and I genuinely cannot wait. This is FNAF Better Movie Game. It's an animated pilot based on the FNAF series, and it actually looks sick. Alright, so the presentation of this pilot is genuinely immaculate. Like, seriously, the lore is accurate, the animation is superb, and it's overall just peak. Genuinely, please go check this out if you like FNAF. It's 100% worth it. Anyway, the new glitch trailer is finally here, so here's everything you need to know. Alright, so this trailer is for Glitch's up-and-coming series, Knights of Guinevere. This series is gonna be a psychological thriller, and from what's seen so far, it's gonna be insanely dark. This is Glitch's first 2D series, and the art style looks awesome. I'm super excited. The pilot will drop on September 19th. Anyway, did Kinger make the amazing circus? Well, I think so, and I have a lot of evidence, so let's talk about that. Alright, so first of all, we actually know Kinger was a software engineer. Basically, in the third episode, Kinger said this.
Man,
7 years of computer science for this, huh?
Also, in episode 6, we see King heal Lagatha. This could very easily imply that he has some sort of knowledge/access that the others just don't. Finally, King and his wife Queenie were actually the first 2 people to enter the circus. I actually made a following theory talking about how the Amazing Joe circus might end, so please go check that out. Anyway,